We are counting down the top 8 technology trends set to redefine 2026. From invisible breakthroughs powering artificial intelligence to headline-grabbing advances reshaping work, health, and daily life, each entry raises new opportunities and ethical dilemmas. Which innovation will have the most profound impact? Let us dive in, starting with number 8. EcoDC Stockholm stands at the forefront of sustainable digital infrastructure. Inside its server halls, racks are submerged in non-conductive liquid, a process known as immersion cooling. This technology slashes cooling energy needs by about 35% compared to traditional air-cooled centers. The entire facility runs on electricity from Sweden's nearly 100% renewable grid, with power contracts verified by third-party audits. Instead of wasting heat, EcoDC channels it directly into Stockholm's district heating network, exporting enough energy every year to warm more than 1,000 homes. Independent certifications confirm a power usage effectiveness of 1.22 and a net negative carbon footprint target for 2025. While some companies exaggerate their climate credentials, EcoDC's model is independently verified, offering a real-world blueprint for how data centers can grow alongside AI and cloud demand without worsening the climate crisis. DHL's vision-picking augmented reality glasses are changing the pace of warehouse work. Instead of juggling paper lists or handheld scanners, workers now see digital pick paths projected right into their field of view. A quick glance confirms each item and shelf, while hands-free barcode scanning keeps the workflow moving. The results are hard to ignore. Across more than 20 global hubs, pick rates have climbed by 20%, and errors have dropped by nearly a third. For the first time, augmented reality is not just a gaming novelty, it is a tool for real productivity. But as biometric data like eye movements and fatigue levels are tracked, concerns about privacy and overuse are growing. The promise of immersive tech comes with new questions about how much of ourselves we are willing to share at work. IonQ's AQ64 quantum computer set a new industry record in 2025 with a 64 algorithmic qubit system and 2 qubit gate fidelity of 99.99%. Unlike earlier quantum devices, AQ64's trapped ion architecture lets it run real-world algorithms with unprecedented precision, though it still has not achieved a single logical error corrected qubit. For banks and financial institutions, this progress is a wake-up call. Major players are now piloting quantum-resistant encryption, combining traditional and post-quantum cryptography to protect archives and payment systems. While experts agree that breaking RSA encryption remains years away, the urgency to upgrade security is real. AQ64's performance signals a looming shift in digital trust, pushing organizations to rethink how they safeguard sensitive data before quantum computing reaches full force. In January 2025, leaked documents exposed how vendors and government allies lobbied behind closed doors to water down facial recognition safeguards in the EU AI Act. Airports and retail chains had already rolled out real-time facial recognition, promising faster security and seamless shopping. But the leaked papers revealed a coordinated push to carve out sweeping exemptions for law enforcement and border control. Civil liberty groups answered with a media blitz, rallying public support and pressuring lawmakers to restore strict oversight. Their campaign succeeded in reintroducing key protections, but the controversy left deep questions about transparency and democratic control. Peer-reviewed studies confirmed the stakes. Facial recognition systems in Europe misidentify black and brown people at 3 times the rate of white Europeans. As the technology spreads, the debate over safety versus civil rights is far from settled. The FAA move in 2025 to standardize drone flight below 400 feet has set off a scramble among logistics giants and city planners. The new federal framework, outlined in an executive order and a sweeping notice of proposed rulemaking, aims to clear the air for routine long-distance cargo drone operations. In practice, this means pilotless aircraft could soon be ferrying packages across state lines, bypassing the patchwork of local restrictions that once grounded commercial drones. But with the rules still in draft and no nationwide corridor yet in place, debate is fierce over how safe these skies can be. Accident liability, hacking risks, and insurance requirements are all under review, as drone advocates tout data showing lower fatal accident rates for autonomous flights compared to piloted craft. Meanwhile, privacy advocates warn that fleets of always-on drones could turn city streets into zones of constant surveillance, echoing concerns raised by robo-taxi pilots now underway in 5 US and 3 Asian cities. companies. As the regulatory dust settles, the question is not just how fast drones can deliver, but who is responsible when something goes wrong. Casgevy became the world's first FDA-approved CRISPR therapy for sickle cell disease in 2024, curing over 30 patients within its first year. The treatment edits faulty DNA in blood-forming cells, offering a real cure where there was once only lifelong management. But as somatic gene editing enters mainstream medicine, the ethical debate intensifies. Offshore clinics now advertise embryo editing packages for $400,000, targeting wealthy families seeking heritable enhancements. While Casgevy's off-target mutation rate is under 0.1%, germline edits passed to future generations remain largely untested and unregulated. This raises urgent questions about equity and biosecurity. Who gets access to these cures, and who decides where the line is drawn between healing and human enhancement? The promise of ending genetic disease collides with fears of a designer baby market and the risk of deepening global inequality. Tesla's Optimus robots now work alongside humans in warehouses that never sleep. These machines handle heavy loads, sort packages, and restock shelves around the clock, driving a 40% jump in logistics throughput wherever they are deployed. In Scandinavia, more than half of all manufacturing plants have adopted collaborative robots or cobots to keep pace with global demand. The transition is not seamless. Worker protests have flared in cities faced with sudden layoffs, yet retraining programs are changing the story for some. A former assembly line worker in Malmo, once displaced by automation, now supervises a team of cobots and earns 20% more than before. The challenge for 2026 is clear. As robots transform productivity, policies for safety and reskilling will decide whether these gains are shared or leave entire communities behind. OpenAI's GPT-5 suite is reshaping work, creativity, and governance at unprecedented speed. By 2028, nearly 40% of enterprises will run hybrid AI systems, and forecasts show 80% of teams will be AI augmented by 2030. After the 2024 deepfake crisis, emergency war rooms and real-time audits became standard. The sheer scale of adoption, combined with urgent debates over bias, job displacement, and safety policy, makes generative AI the most transformative technology of this era. Across all 8 trends, one pattern stands out. Technology is rewriting what's possible faster than we can adapt. In 2026, progress isn't optional, it's the new reality.